You are going to lose the person you love most in this world. I lost mine 8 years ago. And for 11 days, I didn't eat, I didn't shower, I didn't move. I was 85 years old, and I had completely given up on living. But I'm still here. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you exactly how I survived. My name is Harold. Eleanor and I were married for 59 years. She did everything: the cooking, the cleaning, the bills, the doctor appointments. She ran our life. I just showed up. Then one morning, she got sick. Pneumonia. She was 84. But strong. I wasn't worried. She died on a Thursday. I came home to a house I didn't recognize. The fridge was full of food I didn't know how to cook. The bills were in a drawer I had never opened in 59 years. I sat down in her chair, and I didn't get up. For 38 years, I ran a factory. 400 men, 3 shifts. If something broke and I fixed it, that was who I was. But now, I was the broken one. And there was nobody left to fix me. I stopped eating. I stopped showering. I stopped opening the curtains. Same chair, same clothes I wore to her funeral. Every single day, waiting to die. Then one morning, something changed. I got up and looked in the mirror, and I didn't recognize the man staring back at me. Thin, unshaven, eyes completely dead. And I swear to God, I heard Eleanor's voice inside my head. Clear as day. She said, "Harold, this isn't you." She was right. I served in Korea. I ran a factory for 4 decades. I raised 3 sons. And an empty house had broken me? No. I walked to the kitchen table. I grabbed a yellow legal pad, the same kind I used on the factory floor for 40 years, and I wrote down 5 rules. Not wishes, not goals. Rules. Things I would do every single day, no matter how I felt, no matter how much it hurt, no matter how empty the house was. These 5 rules saved my life, and I believe, with everything I have, they can save yours too. Rule number 1, find one person you can help. When Eleanor died, I kept asking myself the same questions. Who is going to help me? Who is going to take care of me? How am I supposed to survive this alone? Wrong questions, every single one of them. The question that changed everything was this: who can I help? There was a woman at my church, 62 years old. She had just lost her husband to cancer. She was drowning, just like me. I started calling her once a week, not to talk about my problems, to listen to hers. And something happened that I did not expect. The more I focused on her pain, the less I drowned in my own. Then I helped my neighbor's kid fix his bicycle. Then I started volunteering at the VA hospital, sitting with veterans, men like me, men who had also lost everything. And for the first time in months, I had a reason to get out of bed. Here's what nobody tells you about grief. It turns you inward. It makes everything about you, your pain, your loss, your loneliness, and the only way out is to turn outward. Find one person, just one, someone who needs you. That is rule number 1. Rule number 2, put something on your calendar every single day. When Eleanor died, my calendar went completely blank. Nothing planned, nothing scheduled, nothing to wake up for. I learned something in those dark weeks. A blank calendar is a slow death sentence. Now I plan everything. Monday, grocery store. Tuesday, haircut. Wednesday, VA hospital. Thursday, call my grandson. Friday, lunch with a friend. Small things, simple things. But they are written down. And here is what I know now. A man with appointments is a man with a life. A man with a blank calendar is a man waiting to die. Every night before I go to sleep, I look at tomorrow. Something is always written there, and that something gets me out of bed in the morning. Some days, that is the only thing that does. Plan your days, or your days will bury you. That is rule number 2. Rule number 3. Cook real food with your own hands. When Eleanor died, I could not boil water. I am not exaggerating. I ate cereal for a week. Then I stopped eating completely. You want to know what actually kills most widowers? Not loneliness, not a broken heart. Malnutrition. They stop eating, or they eat garbage, and they slowly fade away. I refuse to let that happen. I taught myself 5 meals, just 5. Eggs, pasta, rice, and beans, soup, a real sandwich. That is all I needed, but every single meal I cook with my own hands is proof. Proof that I can take care of myself. Proof that I am still here. Proof that I am still fighting. I sit at the table when I eat, not in front of the television, because I am still alive and I eat like I mean it. Learn to feed yourself. It is not optional. That is rule number 3. Rule number 4. Move your body for 30 minutes every single morning. Not because a doctor told you to, because your body is the machine that keeps your mind running. When I stopped moving, I started dying. It is that simple. Now I wake up at 6 a.m., same time. Every single day, I walk 1.2 miles, same route. Every single morning, rain or shine, tired or rested, feeling strong or feeling like I cannot take one more step. I do not negotiate with myself. I do not ask if I feel like it. I just go. And by 7 a.m., I have already won. The rest of the day is easier, and because I started it with something hard. Your body wants to rest. It wants to sit in that chair and never get up. Do not let it win. Move first. Think later. That is rule number 4. Rule number 5. Build something that will exist after you are gone. Eleanor wanted a garden for 59 years. Tomatoes, peppers, herbs by the back door. We never built it. Too busy, too tired. Next year, we always said. Next year never came for Eleanor. 3 years ago, I got down on my knees. I dug the beds myself. I planted every single seed she ever talked about. The first tomato I picked from that garden, I stood there alone in my backyard, and I cried like I hadn't cried since her funeral. She never got to see it, but I built it for her. Now every evening, I sit out there in the quiet, and sometimes I talk to her. That garden is my legacy. When I am gone, my sons will walk through it, and they will remember. Maybe for you it is not a garden. Maybe you write down your stories for your grandchildren. Maybe you build something with your hands. Maybe you plant a single tree in your backyard. It does not matter what it is. What matters is that you create something that outlasts you. That is rule number 5. I am 93 years old. I have been alone for 8 years now. Some days are still incredibly hard. Some days I miss Eleanor so much I can barely breathe. But I am still here. Still standing. Still going. Because I have someone to help. Because my calendar is full of tomorrows. Because I feed myself every single day. Because I move my body every single morning. And because I am building something that will matter long after I am gone. Eleanor is not here to give me a reason to live anymore. So I built my own. You are going to lose someone. Maybe you already have. Maybe you are sitting alone right now, in a dark room, in the same clothes you wore to a funeral, wondering if it is even worth getting up tomorrow. I was that man. I know exactly how that chair feels, and I am telling you, it is worth it. Get up, Find one person to help. Write one thing on your calendar. Cook one real meal. Take one walk. Build one thing that matters. Just one step. That is all it takes to start. And if this story reached something inside you, and if it reminded you of someone you love, share it right now. Because somewhere out there, there is a person sitting alone who needs to hear exactly this. Today,